Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have an Age of Sigmar battle report for you. It's going to be 2,000 points. I'm going to be using the Gloomspite Gitz, and my brother's going to be playing with the Beast of Chaos, except he's going to try out Darkwalkers this time. So, for the game, we're going to be playing the Apex Predator scenario. This is a scenario where heroes control the objectives. Going to be a little bit interesting because neither of us have really strong heroes. I mean, I've got a bunch of goblins and he's got a bunch of Beast of Chaos heroes, though he does have a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth in there as well. But without saying anything else, let's go get checking out those armies. Alrighty, so army is as follows for Beast of Chaos. 2,000 points. We're going to be playing in the Darkwalkers sub-faction. This means our general, who is the Beast Lord here, is going to have the Desolate Shard and Nomadic Leader as his artifact and command trait. Spell-wise, we've got the two Great Bray Shamans. This one here in the center is going to have Tendrils of Atrophy, while this one will have Titanic Fury, and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth will have Hailstorm. For our units in the army, we've got a unit of 20 Ungor Raiders, a unit of 20 Gore, unit of 10 Bestigor, 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, a unit of 3 Bulgor, 3 units of 10 Ungor, and then Behemoths, we've got the Jabberslai and the Chimera. Now, battalion-wise in the army, both our Dragon Ogre units are going to be from Hunters in the Heartlands, and then we've got a Warlord battalion, which is how we're going to get a second artifact, which is going to be the Knowing Eye, sticking on this Bray Shaman here. Getting an extra command point on 5+, but the Warlord Battalion will contain the Shaggoth, both the Bray Shamans, and then we're going to have the Gore and Ungor Raiders in that battalion. And then we're going to have the 3 units of 10, the 10 Bestigor, the Bulgor, the Beast Lord, and then one of our monsters, the Chimera, in a battle regiment dropping our drops, and then the Jabberslai will sit on the side by himself. Right, and here we have 2,000 points of Gloomspite Gitz. So what do we have? First of all, for units, we've got our leader and our general is going to be Scragrot, the Loon King. And then we've got a Loon Boss, the Gobblepalooza, a Fungoid Cave Shaman, and a Madcap Shaman. Spell-wise on them, Scragrot here is going to have the Hand of Gork. We're going to have Itchy Nuisance on the Fungoid. And we're going to have Squiggler on the Madcap. We then also got a unit of 60 stabbers at the front, 2 units of 20 shooters, a unit of 10 Boingrot bounders, 3 Rockgut Troggoths, and 5 Spore Splatter Fanatics. And we've also got Mork's Mighty Mushroom. For the army, battalion-wise, we've got a Warlord battalion, so this is going to give us an extra artifact. And so our 2 artifacts in the army now, we're going to have the Clammy Cow on him, making him -1 to hit. We're going to have the Moonface Mommet on the Madcap Shaman. So battalion-wise, we've got a Warlord battalion, so this is going to include Scragrot and our 2 Wizards here, and then it's also going to include our Boingrot Bounders and our Rockgut Troggoths. We've then got a Hunters in the Heartlands battalion. This is going to include our 3 units of Grots here, and then we've got a Battle Regiment, which is going to include our Loon Boss, 5 members of the Gobblepalooza, and then we've got the Spore Splatter Fanatics hanging out by themselves. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like Finest Hour and Heroic Leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. So deployment is all done. So for starters, we've got our unit of 60 stabbers out the front for the Gloomspite. We've then got the Loon Boss, the Gobblepalooza, and the Fungoid Cave Shaman here all deployed. And we've got the Spore Splatter Fanatics behind them. We've got the Fellwater Troggoths over on this flank. And then over here, we've got Scragrot, the Madcap Shaman just there, the Boingrot Bounders, and 2 units of 20 shooters on this flank. Across on the other side of the table, in the center, we've got their Herdstone, and then on far flank, we've got 10 Ungor there. We've got the Chimera, Bestigor, the Beast Lord in there, Ungor and a Bray Shaman behind them, the one with Tendrils of Atrophy behind the Herdstone, ready to sacrifice. We've got 10 Ungor, the 20 Ungor Raiders, the other Bray Shaman with Monstrous Takeover, and then we've also got the Jabberslai over here as well. In reserve for Beast of Chaos, we've got 20 Gore, the 3 Bulgor, 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Gloomspite Gitz finished deploying first, so they are going to take the first turn. So time for Gloomspite Gitz turn 1. So start of Gloomspite turn 1, we're going to pick Ferocious Advance as our battle tactic for the turn. We're just going to pick 3 members here of the Gobblepalooza to run and be near each other. Pretty simple. And then start of the turn, we're also going to generate some command points. So the Fungoid Cave Shaman gives me 1 on a 4+. He does not. And Scragrock gives me D3 on a 4+. He does not either. So no extra command points. So let's go into some magic. Alright, Scragrock's going to start with Hand of Gork. So, or Mork, whatever one. So let's go. Double ones. He fails to cast, miscast. So he's going to take D3 mortal wounds for 1. On a 4+, he ignores it. Which he does, but he cannot cast any more spells. Great start to the turn. Our Madcap Shaman then, he's going to cast Squiggler. Give run and charge to our Squigs. He miscasts as well. So D3 mortal wounds on him for 1. Wow, this is going great. So Brave Shaman back there is going to try and dispel. So you need a 7 on dice. 4, 5. Nut Mystic Shield goes off. So we're going to put it on the big unit of Stabbers. Right, again, then we're going to go with our Boggle-Eye. Where is he? Right there. So this unit's hollow within 12 inches of him. So we're going to try and cast his War Scroll spell, which is Mesmerize. That goes off on a 9. You can try and dispel that if you want.
Yep.
Alright, so needing a 10. Double ones, nope. Lots of double ones so far, but so this unit here is immune to Battle Shock until my next hero phase. And with that, that's going to be the end of our hero phase. So we're going to go into movement for all the grots, and we'll come back after it's done. Totally realised we forgot to do our heroic abilities for the turn. So on a 4-up, Loon Boss is going to try and generate a command point. He does, so we've got a free command point with heroic leadership. Your turn, 4+, you don't get one. So cool, going into movement. Right, so movement is all done. Our Troggoths have ran up here, and then we spent a command point to run with the Grots here, and then ran up all our characters behind our 3 units, so we get our battle tactical there. Although we did lose a wound, because I rolled 2 1s for my deadly test. So the Troggoths took a wound, and then 3 Grots died. Fantastic. It's been a turn of 1s, but then we ran all this stuff over here as well, just moving up the force. With that said, though, that's going to be the end of the turn. I get 1 point for controlling 1, so I'm going to end the turn on 3 victory points. Alright, so start of the turn, battle tactic for the Beast of Chaos. You're choosing to do Savage Spearhead, so 2 of his units need to end in my deployment zone. And then you're also going to start on magic. So heroic actions, I'm going to start by trying to generate a command point with the Loon Boss. On a 4+, I do. And then Beast of Chaos, you're going to try and generate a command point as well.
Yep.
Which hero are you going to do it on?
Yep,
that one there is going to get one. Cool. He does, so that hero's got heroic leadership as well. So with that said, time for some magic. Alrighty, into some magic. So you're going to start off with Titanic Fury from this wizard here. Go for it. Goes off on an 11. I'm going to try and dispel. So I'm going to need boxcars. I mean, I've got the wizards to dispel, so why not try? Oh, that was so close. But no cigar. So next, so he's got +1 attack on all these profiles now. And then Mystic Shield from Yarva, Great Brave Shaman. Doesn't go off on a 3, so fails to cast. With that said, that's it for your hero phase. Actually, summoning. So sacrifice D3 Ungor before we go. For 1 of those Ungor dice, you're going to have 2 primordial core points. Going into movement now, and we'll come back after all of it's done. So, movement all done for the Beast of Chaos. Ungor Raiders have moved up along with the Ungor, who have got the Brave Shaman behind them. They've got the Javislai, Bestigor, Beast Lord, Chimera all coming in on the centre. And on the other side, we've got the 10 Ungor moving up. We've also had, coming behind us, 2 units of 3 Dragonogres and the Dragonogre Shaggoth. Sneaking up behind, getting that battle tactic for the turn. So with that, it's time to go into some shooting. Alright, so first of all, Ungor Raiders are going to shoot at the Rockart Troggoths. There are 12 of them that are in range, so 4s and 4s. 4s to hit. Reroll 1s because you've got over 20 models in your unit. Couple more hits in that, it's a good solid roll. And 4s to wounds. Is 6 wounds.
No, 5.
5? Yep, easy. So we are a 5-up save to begin with. Saved none, and then a 5-up ward save. Saved 1, so that's going to be a whole Troggoth dead. And the wounds are going to carry over. So, Javisly is going to shoot into the stabbers there. So, 3 attacks, 3s to hit, and 3 to wound. 1 negative. Ran 1, so that's ignoring the +1 to get from my shields. So, nothing. So, 1 is going to die. Alright, and the Chimera is just going to shoot at the Loon Boss. So, D6 mortal wounds for 1. Oh, dang. Thank you. It did not outright kill me. So, 1 mortal wound on the Loon Boss. Alrighty, so charge phase then. Javisly is going to charge 2d6. 6, so he goes in. Bestigor are going to charge next. So 6 as well.
Yep.
So Bestigor and the Javisly piled in like so. Chimera is charging next. 7, so he's going to get in. And the Beastlord is going to charge as well. Why not? So 4, no, that's not going to get him in. And that's it for charges though, because they're all out of range back here. So let's go into monster reactions. Yep, so raw, so you need a 3-up, and the Grots can't use command abilities. You cannot use command abilities this turn. Actually, no, ignore that. You can't use monstrous rampages on my Grots. They're from Hunters in the Heartlands, so completely nullify any of that. They can use command abilities and they can't be stopped. Alright, so Bestigor have piled in. They are going to attack first. They get an extra attack when they charge, and they're fighting a unit with 10 or more models, so they get +1 to hit, so they're going to be 3s to hit. Now, so 3s. And then 3s to wound. Alrighty, so then we're going to be a 5-up save. We've got 2 +1s, so which means we're ignoring the point of rend because we've got our +1 from having more than 10 models and also Mystic Shield. So 5-up saves. Saved 5, so we're going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we're going to start with the attacks into the Chimera. Now, we've had our command ability from our Loon Boss here, so they're going to be doing mortal wounds on wound rolls of 6s. So, to start off with, we need 5s to hit on the Chimera. We cocked dice. And then 3s to wound the Chimera. Mortal wounds on 6s though, thanks to our command ability. So, we're going to do 2 mortal wounds, and we're going to wound on 3s. Now he's got all-out defense. So the Chimera's taken 2 from the mortal wounds already, and then he's got a 4-up save thanks to all-out defense. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more wounds. And then the attack into the Bestigors, needing 5s to hit. And then 3s to wounds, 6 to do mortals on the Bestigor, so 2 Bestigor just die. And then you've got 5 armor saves to make on a 4+. So another 2 dice, so 4 Bestigor die. And then lastly, the attacks into the Javisly. So we're needing 5s to hit. And 3s to wound. Though 6 to do a mortal. So he's taken a mortal. And then he's got that many armor saves to make. He's got a base save of... So, Javisly just took 2 wounds, so 2 dice on 4 pluses. He does mortals back. Does 2 mortals back and kills 2 Grots with his acidic tainted blood. Right, so the Chimera is going to strike back. First of all, he's got his avian head, so 3 attacks with 3s to hit. All hit, and 4s to wound. So 1 wound. It's got a rend when he's got 8 wound of just 1, so I need 1 dice. And I'm going to have a save of 5-up. Saved it. Then got his Draconic Head, 3 attacks, 4s to hit this time. And 4s to wound. 1, this has got rend 1, so I'm a 5-up save again. Nope. This one will be damage 2, so it's going to be 2 dead Grots so far. Then you've got your Leonine Head, so 3 attacks, 4s to hit. 1 hit. And 3s to wound. Wounds. Needed 1 again, so 5-up save. Saved. And lastly, you've got 6 attacks with your Mauling Claws, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1. And a 5-up save again. No, so another one dies from that. So he killed 3 grots. Alright, so the Jabber Slayer is then going to attack. I've got no one left to attack with, so 7 attacks thanks to Titanic Fury with his Vorpal Claws. Hitting on 3s, everything hit. Wounding on 3s. Wow, there's 6 wounds. So 6 armor saves to make. I'm going to need 6s on these thanks to -2. Passed none, so there's going to be 6 dead grots. And then 2 attacks with his spike tail, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, and wounding on 3s, another hit. And so -2, so 6 up again. Failed again, D3 damage for 2. Alright, so that's the end of the Beast of Chaos turn 1. They completed their battle tactic by having these units down here in my territory. But other than that, they don't have anyone on objectives yet, so no objective scoring points. So 2 points for the turn, 3-2 at the end of turn 1, going in the Gloomspite Gitz favour. So let's go for priority Gloomspite Gitz. Got a 1, so you can't lose it. You got a 1, but oh, actually, yeah, you can. That is the only way you could ever lose it. I'm going to take the turn with the grots. Alrighty, so Gloomspite Gitz turn 2. So for starters, first of all, we're going to remove the Bad Moon down from this corner. So let's see what we can do. Or yeah, we're going to roll for it. So a 6, so it's going to go 1, 2. It's going to jump right in the center of the battlefield for us. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn now. We're going to pick aggressive expansion. Pick 2 objectives outside of your territory, so 1 and 2. Going to hold them by the end of the turn. And now we're going to go into heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a command point on the Loon Boss on a 4+. I do, so he's got heroic leadership. What do you wish to do? Beast Lord's going to use heroic leadership as well, so 4+. He gets heroic leadership as well for the turn. Then command point generation for the turn. So the Fungoid generates one on a 4+. He does. And then Scragrot generates D3 command points on a 4+. He does, so D3. So I've got an extra 3 command points for the turn. Alright, so start of the magic Fungoid Cave Shaman. We're going to use Mork's Mighty Mushroom. So that goes off on a 10 on an 11 because we're under the light of the moon. So you'll need a double 6 to stop my endless spell coming out. Alright, so Mork's Mighty Mushroom can be cast within 66. So 66 around. So we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19 inches of the caster. Alright, so Mork's Mighty Mushroom ends up there. So we're going to go into our other casts for the turn. So we're going to try Mesmerize again from our Boggle. So Mesmerize goes off on a 9 to cast. So this is going to make our Grots immune to Battle Shock again. Do you wish to try and dispel that? You need a 10 on 2 dice.
Yep.
Yep, so you're going to try and get rid of Mesmerize. Nope. Double 1s on that again. So Mesmerize. So the Grots are immune to Battle Shock. Shroom Monster here. He's then going to use Fungoid Cloud on the Chimera. So needing a 6 to cast. It goes off on a 6-7. Alright, he's going to try and dispel that. Needs an 8 to dispel. 5, 6, 7. Unsuccessful. So your Chimera is going to be -1 save and -1 to hit now. Alright, our little shaman here, he's going to use Squiggler for the turn. So that goes off on a 10, 11. You can try and dispel it if you want. You need 2 6s though to stop it. Not going to try and dispel and roll 2 6s, so the Squigs now have run and charge. And then Scragrot's turn. Scragrot's going to choose to use Hand of Gork to start with. So that goes off on a 13. You can't stop it. So we're going to pick up a unit and drop them where we want them. And for Scragrot's second spell, we're going to cast Nick It. And so that goes off on a 6-7. You can try and dispel this one if you want. You need an 8 on the dice to dispel Nick It. Actually, it doesn't even go off. A 7 won't get it. Oh no, Scragrot's got +1 to cast already. So it goes off on an 8. You need a 9 on dice. Nope. So the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to take D3 mortal wounds for 1. So he takes a mortal wound. So now we're going to go with the No-Wants. The Brugit's going to try and give his Brugit to the Loon Boss. So he doesn't. Scaremonger's going to do his thing on doesn't either. And then the Boggle is going to do, not the Boggle, so what have we got? Scaremonger, Brugit, Spiker is the last one. So Spiker. Cool. So the Spiker is now giving them a reroll 1s to wound, and they're also in range of the Sports Blood Fanatics, so getting an extra attack as well from being frenzied. The Trog's healed at the start of the hero phase as well, and with that, that's going to be it for the hero phase. So we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it is done. Don't forget that unit also got flung over there by the hand of Gork. Alright, so we've finished movement. So Scrangrot used a command point to make himself run 6 so he could get on the objective there with his shooters. And then we've just moved up all our sort of heroes back here as well. Troggoths are moving up on that flank. And then, of course, we've got our unit that we flung over there again. But we also rolled our runs because we've got run and charge on the Grots here now. So we rolled for them and they're coming back to try and deal with this Shaggoth. So with that said, it's time for some shooting. Alrighty, so we're going to start by the Troggoths. They get to pick one unit within 12 inch, so we're going to pick the Ungor Raiders. If we roll a dice that's less than the number of models in their unit, so we can't possibly fail, they take D3 mortal wounds. So D3 mortal wounds on those Ungor Raiders. For 3 dead Ungor Raiders. Alright, so our unit of shooters back here, we're going to try and shoot at the Brace Shame, and we're going to use all-out attack. So this means we're getting +2 to hit. Of course, we can only have +1, but that is negative by his -1 to hit, thanks to Lookout Sir. So we're going to be hitting on 4s. And wounding on 5s. So 2 wounds on your Great Brave Shaman, so 2 6-up saves on him. Nope, he takes 2 wounds. So these shooters here, they're going to go into your Ungor Raiders, so they are needing 4s to hit. And 5s to wounds. So there's going to be 3 armor saves needed. 3 armor saves, 5-ups, 2 die from your Ungors. So Mork's Mighty Mushroom explodes as well. So there are 9 models from this unit in range. So every 5-up is a mortal wound. It's going to kill 1, 2, 3, 4 of them die. And on a 5-up, the Shaman takes a mortal wounds. He does as well. There are 17 Ungor Raiders in range of it, so 5-ups do mortals to them. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them die. And then the other Shaman here on a 5+ does not. And the 10 Ungor in front of him, 5-ups do mortals. Just 2 from the unit in front of him die. And then the Jabberslayer will take a mortal on a 5. Does not. So that's it for the shooting. So time for some charges, of which there is only a couple. Alrighty, so charges, we're going to start with the Troggoths. 2d6, they got a 5, so that should see them in, which it will. So 2 Troggoths to charge in. And then we're going to go with the Boingrot Bounders here. So 2d6, they got a 6. Alrighty, so the Boingrot Bounders have finished charging like this, so 10 dice now, every 4-up is a mortal wound onto that Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mortal wounds, so he's taken 6 wounds. And so we go into monster reactions, of course, can't use any here because that is a Hunter of the Heartland unit. However, his Shaggoth can, so does he want to Stomp or Roar? Stomp, so on a 2+, I take D3 mortal wounds. D3 mortal wounds for 1. Alrighty, so I'm going to go with the Boingrot Bounders first. We're going to put everything we can into that Shaggoth. So rolling the Riders and Mounts together because when they charge, they're the same profile. So needing 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So he's used all out defense. So he's got 9 saves to make. So these are going to be on your base save now of 4+. So can't fail 4. You failed 4. There's 4 ones there alone. So Shaggoth goes down to the Boingrots. Right, so you're going to attack with your Chimera next. So first of all, he's got 3 attacks with his avian head. He's needing 3s to hit. And 4s to wounds. Now I've got all out defense, so that's going to be 2 saves, -1, so that puts me back to my generic save. 6-up, saved neither. That's going to be 2d3 damage for 3 so far. Then you've got 3 attacks with your Draconian Head. So force to hit and force to wound. And 1 armor save for 6 up. Nope. It's going to be 2 damage from that. Then you've got 3 attacks with your Leonine Head as well. So these are force to hit and 3s to wound. Nothing. And 6 attacks with your Mauling Claws. Needing force to hit and 3s to wound. 2. No negs on these, so these are 5 up saves. Save neither. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the Grots. We've got our command ability on them for the mortal wounds. They're also re-rolling 1s to hit thanks to the Light of the Bad Moon, and re-rolling 1s to wound thanks to the Spiker. So first of all, we've got the 8 of them that are going to attack the Jabber Slayer. So we're needing 5 to hit, re-rolling 1s. And then 4s to wound, re-rolling 1s, 6s to do mortals. So just 1 armor save on your Jabber Slayer of 4 up. Nope, and then on 4+, he does a mortal wound back. He does, so he kills 1 Grot back, but he also takes a wound. Alrighty, then the 1s into the Bestigor, so we're needing 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll these 1s. And 4s to wound, re-rolling 1s, 6s to do mortals. So that's 1 mortal and 5 armor saves. So 4 ups. So there's 4 dead Bestigor. Alrighty, and then we've got the 1s into the Chimera. So we're getting 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. And re-roll those 1s. Oh, good thing these aren't the wounds. And 4s to wound, re-rolling 1s. So re-roll them. So there's 3 mortals so far. And so he's got 5 6 up saves. He's only got a wound left thanks to all the mortals. So Yahtzee, come on. No Yahtzee. So the Chimera dies. Right, so he's gone with the Ungor. So 8 attacks, 4s and 4s. That's not bad. Force to wound. 2. So you're going to be 5 up armor. And 5 up ward save. Nope, so take 2. So 2 attacks each for the Trogs. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1 Ren 2, so it's just going to ignore your armor, so that just kills 3 of them. Alrighty, so Bestigor are going to attack. 4 attacks from them. 3s to hit because you're fighting a unit with 10 or more models. And 3s to wound. 1. So 1 save, failed. So it's going to kill 1 Grot. Alright, Jabber Slayer next, as I'm out of units to pick. So 7 attacks, you've still got Titanic Fury. 3s to hit, yeah?
Yep.
And 3s to wound. So 3, they'll just go straight through and kill 3 Grots. And then you've got 2 attacks with your Spiked Tail. So 2 attacks with your Spiked Tail, so he needs 4s to hit. And 2s to wound, yeah?
Yep.
1, so just go straight through, so D3 damage. For 1. Kills another Grot. And then we've just got the Dragon Ogres. Alright, so we're just going to do both units of Dragon Ogres at the same time. There's nothing that's going to be added to any of them, no all-out attack or defense, so it is what it is. So your Clawed Volumes for all 6 of them, needing 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. So just 2. Rend on these is nothing, so these are going to be 4 up saves. Failed 1, so it's going to kill a Boing Grot. There's a wound on him so far. So Draconic Crushers, 2 of them, so 3s and 3s with the 6 attacks.
Just 2?
Yep, just 2. So no rend on these either, so 4 ups. Failed both, so that's another 2 dead Boing Grot Bounders. And then we've got the Draconic Glaives for the unit as well, so 16 attacks hitting on 4s. Hitting on 3s, sorry, so there's a couple of extra hits in there. And wounding on 3s. Oh, this could be a big one. So we're going to have 4 up saves on... no, -1 on these, so 5 up saves. Oh, that's not a bad roll. So another 1, 2, 3 Boingrot Bounders go down though. So it's 6 of them dead. And so with that, end of the turn, I'm going to spend a command point here for Inspiring Presence. And do you wish to spend one on any of your units? You've got a few you need to actually make Battle Shock tests for. And so, Battle Shock, I've spent a command point to pass my Boingrot Bounders. A lot of his stuff doesn't have to because it's near the Hearthstone. In fact, I don't think I have to either, actually, because I believe I'm within 12 inch. So, yeah, I don't have to spend a command point for Battle Shock either. He will, for his Ungor Raiders, though, spend a command point to keep them there. So with that, I'm going to gain 1, 2 more, so 3, plus my battle tactic for the turn was to control those 2 objectives, so I'm going to get 5 points for the turn. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn for BC's chosen Broken Ranks is going to try and kill the last remaining stabbers. With that, we're going to go into heroic actions. You're going to use heroic healing on your Brave Shaman, correct? So 2 dice, roll underneath his bravery. That is underneath, so heals D3. So heals a wound. On a 4+, I'm going to generate a command point with my Loon Boss. So 4+, I do. So the Loon Boss has heroic leadership for the turn. Alright, so first of all, he's going to try in his hero phase to get rid of the animal spell with this Brave Shaman here. So 2 dice, trying to roll over its casting value, 7. Alright, so he got a 7, so that goes away. You've then got your other spell, so you've got Titanic Fury to cast with your other Brave Shaman. So 2d6, he goes off on a 7, so I'm going to try and dispel, needing an 8. Nope, so the Jump Slayer has +1 attack to all these profiles again. And then Primordial Call Point, so he's going to sacrifice D3 models for 1, so you're going to have 4 summoning points altogether. And with that, that's the end of the hero phase. We're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, so end of movement, we've had the Bulgors come on down this end of the table. We then had the Shaman, Beast Lord move up and also try and run away from those bow-wielding grots at the back. Had the Gore come on this side of the table, ready for that 9-inch charge as well. And that's pretty much it for the movement. So time for some shooting. Alright, so Jab Slayer is shooting the grot, so 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1, -1, correct?
Yep.
So 1 6-up armor save. No, 1 dead grot. And then the Ungor Raiders here shooting into the Troggoth, so 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1 5-up armor save. Sorry, 6-up armor save because of the Hearthstone now. And then a 5-up ward. Nothing, so take another wound. It goes up to 3. Alrighty, with that, that is shooting done. So charges Bulgor to start with. Needing a 9. Do you wish to re-roll that?
I'd rather re-roll this in case.
Alright, re-rolling that. So spending a command point to re-roll. 5 failed their charge. We'll then go with the Gore. So they're going to charge. They're going to re-roll naturally. So 9. Nope, re-roll it. Double ones. Failed. Beast Lord charging as well. 6. He's in. And your Ungor charging as well, correct?
Yep.
Cool. 6. That's going to see them in, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so I'm going to use my command ability to start the combat phase. He's going to give the mortal wound buff to the unit like normal. But you're going to go with the Ungor first, because if they get a wound through, they kill a Troggoth. So go for it. 4s to hit. It's not a bad start. 4s to wound. 2. So 2 6-up saves. No, 2 5-up wards. No, so it's going to kill 1. So it's just going to kill 1 and leave the other one unharmed. Alrighty, so we're going to attack back the stabbers. They got their mortal wound ability still active with the spiker, and we're still on the line of the bad moon. So 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. There are no 1s. Oh no, there's 1. And it's another hit. Hurrah! 3 hits on the Jabber Slayer. 4s to wound, re-rolling 1s. Nope, 2 wounds, so 2 armor saves and a 4+ on the Jabber Slayer. Failed once, so on a 4+, you do a mortal wound back to me. We do, so kill 1 grot back.
And put a wound.
We got 10 into the Beast Lord, so 5s to hit. And 4s to wound, 6s do mortals, re-rolling 1s. So 1 armor save on your Beast Lord. Fail, so Beast Lord takes a wound. And then these onto the Bestigore, so 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Once again, no 1s. And 5s to wound, 4s to wound, sorry, re-rolling 1s. So it's 1 mortal wound, so there's 1 left, and he's got to make that many armor saves. So this many 4+ saves. He's dead, so your Bestigore die. And then into the Ungor, so 5s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. And 4s to wound. Re-rolling 1s, 6s do mortals. So just 3 armor saves of a 5+ on the Ungors. 2 Ungor die. Right, so he's piloting the unit of Dragon Ogres here. So you've got the clawed 4 limbs, 2 attacks each. So 4s and 4s. Two. So there's going to be 2 armor saves, 4+. Failed both, so it's a dead Boingrot Bounder. Alright, so the Draconic Crusher then. So this is 3 attacks, 3s, 3s, 1. So, not 1 fail, so there's going to be another dead Boingrot Bounder. 8 attacks then from your Draconic Crushers into the unit. So 3s and 3s. So you need to pass at least 1 of these to stay alive. 5 ups, pass none. So all the Boingrot Bounders are dead. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the Troggoth then next. So 3s to hit, 1 hit, and 3s to wound, 1. So it's just going to kill 3 Ungor. So then we got the Jabber Slayer going first. So he's got 7 attacks, 3s and 3s. So 3 at -2, so that's going to kill 3 grots, so 3 dead grots so far. He's got 2 attacks with his spike tail, 4s and 2s. D3 models die for another 1. Then you've just got your Beast Lord, so he's got 6 attacks, 3s and 3s. So 2. So it's going to be 2 6+ saves. Nope, so 2 more die. And then you've got 6 Ungor, so 6 attacks. 7, sorry, 7 attacks from the Ungor. So 4s and 4s. Two 6+ saves. No, another 2 dice, that kills 8 grots. And so with that, you are going to get a point, but you're not going to get your battle tactic this turn. So you are just going to score the 1, putting Beast of Chaos on 3 points for the game so far against the Gloomspite Gitz 9 going into turn 3. Beast of Chaos need this priority to have a chance, I think. Gloomspite Gitz, we got a 5. Oh, you got a 2. I think Gloomspite can take it. We'll play out the turn, but this could be a really painful turn for beasts. Alrighty, so start of the turn, we're going to use our once per game ability. Scraggrot's going to make sure the moon doesn't move, so the light remains on the whole of the table for another turn. And then we're going to go into our battle tactic. Alright, so battle tactic for the turn. We're going to do Monstrous Takeover for the objective. I'm going to pick that objective over there. And with that, we're going to then go into heroic abilities. I'm going to use Scragrot, or nah. We're going to use the Loon Boss using his finest hour, maybe? Nah, you know what? We're just going to generate command point with the Loon Boss. Beast Lord's going to use his finest hour, and then we're going to try and generate some command points. So on a 4+, I get an extra one from the Fungoid. And on a 4+, Scragrot gives us D3. Scragrot gives us D3 for another one. Alright, going into spells, Scragrot. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with Scragrot is going to use Metamorphosis. Fails on a double 1, so we can't get our battle tactic, and he takes D3 mortal wounds. That is the second time. He takes 3, so 3 4-up saves on Scragrot. He takes 1 wound. We're then going to try Fungoid Cave Shaman. He's going to attempt to cast Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Double 1s as well, really? D3 mortal wounds on him. And then 3, so 4-up ward saves. He takes 2. We're then going to go Mesmerize from the Boggle. That goes off on a 9, 10, so you can try and dispel that if you want. Alright, so trying to dispel, you need a 10. This makes my Grots immune to Battle Shock.
11.
Nope, so they're immune to Battle Shock. So we're then going to go with... What else have we got? He's going to try his spell. Fungus Cloud goes off on a 5, I believe. So yeah, goes off on the 6, 5+1 thanks to the moon. So you can try and dispel that if you want. Here's 7 on dice. 1, 5, nope, goes off. So I'm going to put it on your Jabberslay. He's now -1 to hit and -1 to his save. And then we've got our Madcap Shaman. He's going to cast Mystic Shield, which goes off on a 6, and you've got no more dispels for that. Alrighty, so then we're going to use the Spiker on a 3+, do Brugit on a 3+, on the Loon Boss, and then the Scaremonger on a 3+, goes off as well. So, time to go into movement. Alrighty, so shooting, Rockgut's going to throw his rock at the unit in front of him, so 3, that does not roll underneath, so he can't do anything. Scragrot's then got his 6 shots from the moon on a stick. So Scragrot's going to shoot your Beast Lord, so he's got 6 attacks. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 at -1 on your Beast Lord, so 2 5-up saves. Failed both, so he takes 2, and he now takes a wound at the end of every turn due to being cursed with the bad moon on a stick. All these shooters here can now see the Shaman having moved, so we're going to use all-out attack. This negates your ability, so we go back to our normal 4s to hit, because we're getting +2 to hit. And 5s to wounds. Oh, that's a lot. That many, so 7 6-up saves on him. He needs to pass 4 of them, I think. No, he's dead. Shaman dies. And then we've got 18 of these shooters into the Beast Lord. So hitting on 4s, because we're not negative, because you've got no unit within 3. So 4s to hit. And 5s. So he's got 1 armor save to make. Saved it. That will be that. And so time for charges. Alright, so we're going to charge with the Spore Splatter Fanatics. They got a 9. And so the Spore Splatter Fanatics make it in like that. So they've got D3 attacks each. So we're going to give them all-out attack. And then they've got... Oh, wow. And then all-out attack is going to give us 3s to hit with them. So 3s. They get reroll 1s thanks to being under light of the bad moon. And 2s to wound. So you have 5 armor saves on him. So that's going to be that 2. It doesn't matter. As soon as you take a wound, he dies at the end of the round thanks to bad moon on the stick. And I think we can call it there because you've just got the 1 hero left now. End of the turn, I'm going to be able to score another 1, 2, 3. Not going to get my battle tactic though, because Skrogop did not turn into a monster. But another 1, 2, 3. That puts it at, before we even go into your turn, I am 9 points ahead. I don't think the beasts, and the beasts do not have any heroes to score with, so you can't actually catch that up on battle tactics with 3 turns, because that's 6 points. So that is game. Good game, man. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fun little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. We're always on there. There's always someone chatting. You can go on there and have a good time. Next up, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by following one of the links to Patreon, YouTube members, or following a link to our merch store on Teespring and grabbing some merch to help support the channel in that way. But also, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So first of all, a big thank you to our Patreon members, Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lull, Outer and Shop First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynat226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollum, Becky Kinsker Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, first of all, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel, and also to Xmorphic, who does an amazing job of running the Discord server and doing all the background work there for us. Thank you all for watching once again though. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.